in a championship setting and seemingly better than ever. This #1 contender in the women's flyweight division is ready to dethrone the champion. A lot of people believe she's going to get the job done here.
Yeah, a lot of people believe it because they see in her performances how good she is, how talented she is, how confident she is. She has done everything to make sure that she does not mess up or lose out on this second chance. She's done this before. It took a lot to get back. Tonight she intends to deliver and become the champion finally.
Perhaps got to be mindful of an adrenaline dump. She gave so much to the media and fans all week. I know she's fired up. Got to manage that energy in advance of the biggest fight of your life. All right, she is arguably the best pound-for-pound mixed martial arts athlete in the world, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC flyweight queen, Valentina Shevchenko.
Valentina is a special talent. She goes out there with a clear mind and allows herself to fight wherever the fight needs to take place. If she has to wrestle, she has the ability to do that. If it's a striking affair, she's one of the best in the world. She's truly been special since the UFC started the flyweight division. She has been the queen, and it's hard to see a time where she's not lingering around the top.
Valentina Shevchenko, ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. And now, one more time for the official introductions. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Manon, the Beast, Fiorot! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Valentina Shevchenko.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here we are back inside Bell Center, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This is as loud and as knowledgeable a crowd as we'll experience really all year on the UFC Roadshow.
It's a great fight environment. The Bell Center is a fantastic venue. What type of performance are you going to give these great fans tonight?
Push kick there to the body. Gets hit by another front kick. You've just got to be better than that defensively.
Oh, there you go. That was a big check.
Gets the inside leg kick to land there.
It's just a really high pace, too. It's a really high striking pace for these two.
Seems to have timed that counter pretty well. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Immediately gets the underhook. Oh, and she raises the knee and lands, so a pretty good sign for her that she was able to find a home for that knee.
When she's got the knee working, she's fighting really good. So right now, she must feel great.
This could be the end, DC.
I mean, she hurt her so bad with that big head kick. I don't know how she's standing.
Oh, with authority, the body. Just out of range with that left hook.
Oh, nice.
Shevchenko going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Oh, how is she standing? Brutal knee to the body. Big right hand there.
Great job getting to her position, right into that single collar tie.
Well, we could be looking at an epic comeback here. She rocked her significantly, but wasn't able to finish the fight, and now her opponent maybe creeps back in.
Her opponent will now try to find a way to work her way back into this fight. It will be on her to once again land one of those brutal punches to try to knock her out this time.
Ooh, big knee. Well, eventually she will turn this defense into offense, but she seems to see these strikes coming from a mile away.
She sees them a mile away, and the hands are exactly where they're supposed to be, right on the chin.
Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. All right, so some adversity for her here. Looks like she has been opened up around that eye.
Anything worth having will not be easy, but she's got to protect that cut because it will get worse if she continues to get hit on it.
Trying to hammer that lead leg.
Beautiful shot lands to the leg there.
Under 2 minutes to go now in our opening round. Shevchenko gets caught with that punch. Well, she's really putting it all together on the feet, DC, staying busy and certainly staying accurate.
She's known for her hands, and this is why.
Oh, that's a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
All right, so now we start to see some visible damage in the form of swelling as the ground and pound strikes continue to land. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Fiorot. Man, Mark Coleman would be proud. Her ground and pound game is on point. Fiorot gets up and is back on her feet. Very nice. Shevchenko's really limping heavily now. The leg kicks have started to pile up. Clearly, they're having the desired effect. Oh, big knee to the body. Man alive. Oh! Well, you want to talk about a case of pick your poison. That is the reality when you fight Valentina Shevchenko, and her opponent tonight has had no answers on the feet.
Well, no answers, because Valentina, in her accuracy, causes problems for everyone. I think that she is one of the most talented counter-strikers we have seen in the UFC in a long time. So every time her opponent feels like she has an opportunity, Valentina puts her back in her place. She has looked amazing tonight.
Round two straight ahead. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
You know what? She was ready to go down in that last round, though. You should have finished her off.
Man, it looks like you could slide a $50 right into that gash on her cheek. Better to be there than above the eye, but not a great look either way.
Absolutely, and just a visual of that cut at the end of the fight is not a good thing. She was a little bit lax in her defense, and she's ultimately paying for it.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, let's get to round two. All right, here we go with our next round. Previous round, both fighters had their moments. We'll see who takes the upper hand.
Both had their moments, but nobody really stood out. Nobody separated themselves from the other fighter. Which of these two women is going to be able to really charge out ahead in the next round?
Oh, solid kick right there. And there's a takedown attempt. Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike, John. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her. Oh, nice takedown defense. Clean punch. Nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
All right, so just as we saw in the previous round, she is realizing a lot of success with her kickboxing game tonight, and you can see the confidence growing with every strike landed.
It's overwhelming for her opponent to be in there with her when she's in this flow state. She's so good at everything she's doing that now the activity is starting to pick up. If she can continue to fight in this way, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets finished. Big knee lands to the body.
There, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively. Oh, that's big.
Big right hand.
All right, so that body continues to get ripped up. The judges are looking for damage and damaging moments, and her body investment has been the narrative in this fight.
Early, you may not have been able to see how much of an effect this was taking on her, but now you see it. The game plan, everything's clear now, and we'll see her continue to do that as she tries to chase down the finish.
Defense held up there as she blocks that shot. Well, you know she can do it all in the octagon tonight. She is largely a striker, and man, has she had it going really from the opening bell.
From the start of the fight, you could see that she was different tonight. You could see that she was going to lean on the cardio, set a high pace, and hope that her opponent could not keep up. But not only is she fighting hard, she is landing just about everything that she throws.
Huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight.
So 2 minutes to go here in our second round. Oh, she's been working on her defense. Kick block there. Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but she is...
Gotta keep pressing. She's got her hurt. Gotta look for the finish.
Attack that cut for me. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, what a right hand.
How about the switch kick to the body by Fiorot? Well, we sat down with her on Thursday. She said it's all coming together, and she has put on a striking clinic tonight. Clearly her best performance in the UFC.
The only danger was if her opponent could get it to the ground. She could not, and you saw how well a high-level striker can work whenever she's very comfortable.
Back and forth we go. Oh, what a connection over the top. She's wobbly now.
She's hurt very bad. She's on skates. She has to get moving. If she stays in front of her opponent, she's going to take one more. That's going to end the night.
Finish her. Finish her.
Able to check that kick as well. 45 seconds remain in the round. Fiorot's in half guard. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground.
All right, girl, awesome. You're doing great this round.
Right into side mount.
30 seconds.
Shevchenko's back to the side control now. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Fiorot getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Seconds winding down in round two. Shevchenko's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. Round three next. All right, that's the end of the round, and the fighter has a cut on her nose. So that is something that certainly bears watching moving forward. Cut man racing in there. He'll try to seal that cut. She doesn't seem too bothered by it, but certainly something we'll keep an eye on here moving forward. All right, let's check out some of the action from that previous round. DC, talk us through the knockdown, if you would.
I mean, she was able to get to her spot. She was able to find the sweet spot, land that strike that put her opponent on her butt. Next time she lands that, the fight will be over.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corner sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the street.
This is what happens when you get two very skilled, very evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who does it more.
Maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt. Beautiful
Placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Oh my goodness.
Nice job by the defensive fighter. She is wobbled now. Well, she's able to get up, but she is officially on wobbly legs.
That one is thrown to end the fight.
Yep. Watch for her to set up that hook again now. It's been a big weapon for her here tonight. Let's see if she goes back to it. Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicycle. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work, because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight.
Fiorot getting absolutely worked here from the top. These are some very effective ground and pound strikes. Oh, really good strikes by her here in top position. She's as good a ground striker as there is in this division. Landed another one there.
I mean, she's fighting a fantastic fight.
Fiorot getting touched here repeatedly with these ground and pound strikes from the top. Referee's not going to bail you out. 3 minutes. All right, right into side control now. We'll see if she can dole out some damage. A lot of fighters would prefer the half guard. She does pretty good work here.
She does great work in the half guard. She's very brutal. She's very heavy with her top half. So she doesn't worry about the opponent escaping. And this side control is very good for her because she wants to wear on you. She wants you to try to carry all of her weight with your upper body and make a mistake that will lead to a fight-ending finish for her.
All right, so again, she targets that swelling, and that would be the way to go, right? Continue to pursue the area in which your opponent has failed to adjust.
Absolutely. She's as smart as they come.
Oh, that one got through. I'm not sure how many more she can take.
Like that! Like that!
With 2 minutes and change to go in round 3. Pretty impressive ground and pound display here, champ.
She's doing a great job of finding the right time to take her ground and pound opportunities.
Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. Fiorot's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area. Oh, good ground and pound here.
That one snuck in. Nice strike. Beautiful punch to the body.
Oh, look at the inside leg kick. She grounds her opponent now. Could be the beginning of the end, champ.
She hurt her very badly with that big leg kick. Oh.
Wow, is she applying a lot of pressure here? Back to the feet. Trying to stay in this fight. All right, so no surprise to see her continuing to attack that area. That cut is going to get wider with every passing moment of the fight.
You know, generally you expect it to get worse. When you're fighting someone like her, you know it's going to get worse.
Oh, she's in a world of trouble now. And just misses with that big right hand. Final 30 seconds of this third round. She's got a quick jab. There it is. Under 20 seconds now to go. She's starting to put together some significant body work here, and these are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Final seconds here. How about these two going at it?
Down.
I mean, how about those 5 minutes, DC. One of the best rounds of the year.
Okay, calm down.
All right, so somehow, some way, we have made it to the end of the round, and for these two women, otherworldly toughness on both sides, but those are some damaging cuts.
Yeah, they're both cut up, they're both battered, they're both bruised. They have done so much damage to each other. Both of these women laid it all on the line.
We're going to show you some replays from that previous round and perhaps isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, I mean, these two just were going back and forth. They are so evenly matched, and the intensity in which they threw their strikes was crazy. Both of these ladies were trying to knock their opponent's head off the entire time in that round.
All right, so let's see how soon into this next round those cuts are reopened, but both of these women have accomplished a lot here tonight offensively. We'll see who can shore things up defensively moving forward.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, here we go. Fourth round of a possible 5 is now underway, and now is the time, DC, where the endurance, the cardio, and the overall skills of these women figures to be tested.
Yes, both of them will be tested on the skill level, but also the mental level, the emotional level. It takes a lot to get through round 4 and 5, and both of these women are going to have to ace the test if they want to get their hand raised.
Oh, flying knee. Strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still stands.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her bike. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent's finish.
Both fighters throwing heat now. Just misses with a left hook there.
This is big. That's big.
Gotta think she's gonna go hard in the paint and go for a finish here. I'm just not sure why she is backing off the pedal a little bit.
I don't know why she isn't committing herself to finishing this fight. She has done a great job of setting up the attacks that hurt her opponent. She just not as...
Shot by her there. I'm not sure her opponent knows where she is. She's in the octagon still.
She can't possibly know where she is right now after taking such a massive head kick.
That blood becoming a real factor.
Great shot from the top position.
Well, we're becoming a broken record. Another ground strike landed by her there. Well, maybe some panic setting in for her opponent as she continues to land with the ground and pound.
She cannot deal with the pressure of the top fighter. She's so good at finding her strikes.
Shevchenko's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Try to establish that jab.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Just unable to quite find that range. Well, new round, same result as she continues to attack the body. Probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
Just over 2 minutes now to go. Fiorot's eye. Oh. We might get a stoppage here soon. Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Well, there is going to be no denying her now. A huge TKO result here tonight, and this crowd is letting her know.
John, you know how much I love to talk, and I'm sitting here almost speechless because this young lady looked amazing. She said she was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what she did. Wow.
The official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 7 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko.
Well, man, is Valentina "Bullet" Shevchenko fun to watch when she is on, as she was here tonight. This is a fighter who has been mixing the martial arts for a long time now, way before it was in vogue. And, of course, the results speak for themselves. Congratulations to Valentina Shevchenko.